Hi, today we'll be working on this PS5. It boots up to white light. It just doesn't have any display, and the reason for that most likely is this damaged HDMI port right here. Not sure if you can see it, but it's clearly damaged. You can see the pins inside are kind of bent out of place, and the whole port is damaged. So I'll take it apart. It will take some time because it's absolutely filthy. It's dirty. Yeah, I can see dust everywhere, like everywhere. Yeah, the dust is coming out of it, just there. Yeah, it's probably the worst PS5 I've ever seen. But anyway, I'll take it apart and we'll have a look at this HDMI port under the microscope. Taking apart taking apart PS5 is fairly straightforward. There's just a billion screws. Like you're paying like half of the price of this console is probably in screws alone. Um, yeah, a lot of screws. And but yeah, it's fairly straightforward. Just keep track of where the screws goes because they are not the same size or not all of them. So yeah, I'll take it apart and we'll see the port under the microscope. Okay, so the console is disassembled, and let's have first of all this liquid metal gate, which means the you should probably keep your PlayStation in horizontal position. As you can see, most of the liquid metal is here at the bottom, and there's like a large, huge 1/3 probably of the size of this die is just dry and discolored. So, and again, it's the same thing on the radiator. All of the liquid metal is right here down the bottom, and this part is dry. So, yeah, I don't know. You probably should keep your console kind of in horizontal position. Anyway, let's have a look at the HDMI port. So let me just adjust, and I can see a problem already. I think right here. There. Yeah. These are all loose. As you can see, they are moving. That's 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like it's just 4 on this side. Hopefully the pads are okay at the bottom. But anyway, this port needs to go anyway. So let's take it out. I'll just zoom out so that we can see it. Again, I'll heat it up. It will most likely melt, but I don't care. Just wondering if I should add some fresh solder to it. Probably not. Let's try and remove it like that. So let's heat it up. I'll just heat it up and yeah, and we'll remove this thing. I'll probably add a little bit of flux. Again, that never hurts. Okay, so I'll turn on my fume extractor. And let's try remove it. I'll adjust my microscope again, just so that I have a little bit more space. Something like this. I'll probably move it to this position so that it's easier for me to grab the port. And let's go ahead and do this. And this board will take a lot of heat. So again, this connector will most likely melt. What I need to be careful is this tiny cap right there. I don't want to lose it. So I'll heat up the area first. And then we'll focus on the port itself. Okay, let's heat it up. As you can see, the port is melting already, the plastic. That's okay, we are not going to reuse it. This board takes a lot of heat. I think it's ready to go. There. So, we are done. The port has been removed. And let me show you, I'm not sure if you can see. As you can see, it's been damaged inside, so there's broken pins and yeah, again, this port is out. So, what we need to do is to clean this, the old solder, and I will probably do this off camera because again, this needs a lot of heat, and I don't think this I will be able to remove that solder. But first of all, I'll add fresh solder this time to those pads. I have a pretty big pretty large. You will need pretty large tip. So let me go back this way now. Position it this way. So let's add some fresh solder to those pads. Okay, so I'll do it off camera. I'll just have this solder sucker, so I'll heat it up with my hot air station. I'll just suck it up. I just don't have my microscope, unfortunately won't reach to the edge of my desk, so I'll do it off camera and I'll come back. Okay, so I removed the old solder. This I think is just flux. Yeah, so this is just flux there. So everything's been removed. Oh, there's a little bit of solder still left there, but it should be okay. I also removed cleaned the pads here. So what we need to do now, I'll just grab a new port. New HDMI port. Where is it? So I'll put it in there. So it sits there nicely, and I'll just the angle isn't great, so I'll move the board again. Okay, so I moved the board a little bit. As you can see, the pins align perfectly. So I just push it in, and I'll just touch up a few of those pins. I'll add some flux first, so that the port stays in place, and then we'll do the rest. Again, this cap, be very careful. So, let me grab, where's my solder? There. Let me grab some solder. Okay, so the port should stay in place now. Let's add, oh, it's not still moving. Now, if we bridge a few pins, then that's fine. We'll fix that later. All I want now is so that is the pins to hold on to the board. I think we are good on most of those. There. Now let me zoom in even more. Because we are approaching that unpleasant place, which is the this cap. My tip, I should probably replace this tip, is not performing as it should. But let's see what we can do. Okay, so let's redo this as well. Let's touch up those. I mean, they should be fine, but just to make sure. There, we should be good. So, cleaning time. And actually, no, let's secure this port first. So, what I'll do, I'll zoom out, and I'll add some fresh solder on the other side of the port, which is right here. So I'll add plugs, and I'll probably need help. Probably need a other station to secure this port. Let's try and do it like this. So I will need to change my tip again and use that huge one. So let's go ahead and add some fresh solder. Where is that port? It's right here. And that solder will need to go all the way to the other side. Like that. And let's do this side now. Again, I'll add more flux. Let's do the same thing here. Just heat it up. Okay, let's do this side. Okay, I'll add more flux. We'll heat it up again. Okay, and let's do this side one more time, and we'll check the other side. If the solder didn't kind of flow to the other side, we'll need to use solder station just to help it a little bit. So okay, let's have a look at the other side. Let me just zoom out. So it's not perfect, not perfect. Where is the port? Right there. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll just use my hot air station and just help this solder to flow to the other side essentially. So heat it up with the soldering iron and then just heat it up essentially. That's all. So I'll do it off camera. And yeah, we are done. Okay, so the console has been reassembled. I've my HDMI connected right there. Power. Still dirty, but it's clean inside. I wish I made some photos. I've never seen a console with that much dirt inside. But anyway, let me share my capture card and power it on and see what happens. I'm not sure what the resolution this console was set. Was it 4K? I'm not sure if my, there you go, my capture card probably doesn't support 4K, but clearly it probably wasn't in 4K. Anyway, so the console works. As you can see, HDMI port replacement isn't that hard. Let me just get rid of this. Isn't that hard. Obviously you need tools. You need hot air station and a good soldering iron. It can be done. There's a few tiny components around HDMI ports, so you need to be careful about those as well. Apart from that, yeah, it can be done. As obviously it's easy as long as the pads are not damaged. And I've seen a few PS5s with torn pads, and that's completely different story. But yeah, just a normal HDMI port replacement is fairly easy. So that's all for today. Thank you.